Hello, man. My name is Kel. I am the head of PR at the international brand Baited. Thank you for accepting our sponsorship offer. We're working on a new project called Invaded, a campaign that brings a collaboration between high-profile reviewers for one big video. This package we are sending you includes your segment to review, which will be Ed, and Eddy. Your review should be comedic and showcase clips from the segment. We will also be sending a package to the 5 other collaborators your video will be put together with. Can't wait to see your product. Kel.
This seems on the level. Well, now that my mysterious sponsor has sent me the special, I can finally tackle this one. Though I'm a little worried I haven't heard from Vox and Mr. Nostalgia since they did their parts. I'm hoping this isn't too much of a trend. But to continue on with things, let's look more into Cartoon Network's Invaded event. Now, one of the most prominent episodes I remember from this event was the Ed, and Eddy episode. Now, something to keep in mind was that the creators of these shows didn't want to do these events at all, so you notice very jarring dips in quality among them. But the odd thing is, Ed, and Eddy still held their quality. They didn't falter at all, which is kinda admirable, pushing out a pretty funny product even against your best wishes. I mean, considering these Invader episodes took up a whole episode of the season order, it's just fascinating that they put genuine effort into this. It's even weirder with the fact that Danny Antonucci is notorious for being against the industry, but treated this like it was a normal episode. You gotta give props to the man though. He didn't have to, but he did anyway. I pay my respects.
Fuck America.
Now, this episode starts so different from other Ed, and Eddy episodes, with Jimmy of all people frolicking through a land of gumdrops and berries and cream. Berries and cream, all the little animals, berries and cream. I don't know why I showed you that either, but moving on. The dream sequence is pretty nuts, mainly for this one instance where the Eds are bent over some giant clown toy thing that keeps spanking them. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I don't kink shame. The dream goes by fine, but then it just turns into a total nightmare when a giant pizza cutter comes from the sky and starts slicing a big circle into the cul-de-sac and just taking it. It's done in a manner that's so menacing, especially with the use of color and these dark tones, even having Jimmy fall from the sky as he watches Sarah get taken away. You just think, Jesus, it's just a dream, but like I said, they put the effort in. The rest of the episode is just really about some strange goings on with Ralph's house, since his house keeps spewing this weird alien aura from it. Some come in contact with the house like Johnny, who we get introduced to him digging out of a garbage can. Like, come on, man. You had him dressed like a monkey, you had him put a watermelon on his head, and now this? Y'all just can't let a black man prosper, huh? But anywho, Johnny starts babbling about the strange stuff happening with Jimmy, backing him up with his dream as evidence. At first, people are skeptical about the whole thing, but immediately change up when they see a meteor fly out of Rolf's house. Now, you'd expect them to just have Double D be the complete skeptic of it all, but he gets on board pretty fast the second he sees Ed come out of this meteor, which, okay. This episode manages to pace itself pretty well, so you follow along perfectly. No one overtakes anything, no gag runs too long. It's just very consistent in timing. Everything kind of goes the way you'd expect, with Ed saying some weird things going on inside the house. Granted, it's pretty nonsensical, and for some reason he's in his underwear. I mean, that would raise some red flags to me too. Stranger danger is all I'm saying. The cul-de-sac gang mount an assault on Rolf's house, and everything just goes wrong in the most hilarious ways possible. Everyone just proves that they'd be useless in an alien apocalypse. My favorite joke out of all of it was the gutter ball one.
Go back from whence you came, aliens from the unknown! Gutter ball!
I hope you're going to pick those up.
You guys are useless!
Like, do you know how hard it is to get every ball to miss like that? The laws of physics and probability have to be so against you for that to happen. I used to bowl when I was a kid, so seeing this type of fail both hurts me, but at the same time, it has me holding my sides. If anything like that happened to me, I'd just give up on bowling for the rest of my life. I wouldn't even play with my friends ever again. I'm just done. It's also kind of a first for the series for all the kids, including the Eds, to band together for something. Usually they're enemies, you know, because the Eds keep trying to chip them out of their money. It's nice that they went this route just for this special. They didn't have to, yet they did. Very nice touch. The episode then ends with everyone finally getting the answers to what's going on with Rolf's home. Turns out his family was visiting from his homeland and they just have very weird customs like putting squids on their heads. You know, one of the weirder things is that this low-key had some xenophobic implications with the fact that Ed was completely freaked out by their ways. Keep in mind, this is the same dude that said shit like this.
Butter toast!
For no good reason, and does shit like this. And yet, Rolf's family is too weird for him. Like, they implanted the fear of God into him, made him realize he was mortal type shit. I couldn't stop laughing this whole episode. From start to finish, this episode was just pure hilarity. But the episode doesn't just end there, for it turns out Jimmy's dream wasn't just fantasy, for the aliens did take the cul-de-sac. This is fantastic for the series because now it means the gang has been chosen by our alien overlords to achieve an enlightenment and evolve past our trivial forms. Our new lords have finally begun their culling and will transcend us destructive humans to new levels of greatness. Yes, take us, O great and powerful ones. Lead us to a new beginning that will reunite us with our prehistoric brethren you took millions of years ago. I am ready. I am ready.